I am soaring. I am flying. I am being everything I can be on this day and the next. I am soaring. I am flying. I am being everything I can be on this day and the next. I am soaring. I am flying. I am being everything I can be on this day and the next. I am soaring. I am flying. I am being everything I can be on this day and the next. I am soaring. I am flying. I am being everything I can be on this day and the next. I am soaring. I am flying. I am being everything I can be on this day and the next. I am soaring. I am flying. I am being everything I can be on this day and the next. I am. Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform to become your spiritual server. And welcome to your weekly S.O.A.R Tarot Report for today, May the 30th through June the 5th of 2018. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's see how you are going to soar and fly high this week. So, overall target of the card is actually the Six of Bows, or the Six of Swords. So definitely some type of voyage you're going to be taking. This could be an inner voyage, this could be an external voyage, or probably both. It's probably both. But what's going to happen is that you're going to definitely be going on this trip and this voyage, and I really only see this as the first step of just walking into this new world and this new journey that you're going to embark on. Because, you know, we did have this full moon in Sagittarius, and it was the first full moon, or one of the first major lunations that we've had in Sagittarius since Saturn has left. So we are really wrapping up that session, but also really beginning a new journey, beginning a new adventure. It's going to be quite amazing. So the takeoff card we actually have is the Five of Wands, and I see this as you really having to stand on your truth and defend yourself, because there are going to be people that come up to you, and this is going to come in the form of petty arguments and people trying to project what they think is best for you onto you. But you're really going to have to stand your ground and remain firm and realize that these are just really masks. You know, they don't really understand it. But people might try to project their old ego onto you and what they think is right for you, but you're going to really have to hold fast. But that's really what's actually going to be the takeoff card, is realizing that, you know, people definitely will come at you with doubts and try to project their own insecurities onto you, and you're going to have to remain steadfast and just continue along your path anyways, right? The internal fears that we have, interesting enough, is actually the Ace of Cups. So the fact that this appears in the fear spot, as far as internal fears, I'm feeling this as there might be a fear to open up emotionally to yourself and to other people, probably based on the fact that in the past you were hurt. So, but at the same time, this is also an emotional renewal, and this definitely could have something to do with that grand water trine that's building up this week and will climax Thursday into Friday, or Friday into Saturday. But this is definitely going to be an emotional renewal, and it's actually going to wash away any fears and anxieties you have from trying to fly this week. In response to that, we actually have the Ace of Rods in reverse. So while things may seem like they might be going fast, things are actually going to slow down. This year has already flown by. We're already in June. But that's just really because, and we can almost even feel this and experience it, it just feels like things have been moving really fast. We haven't been having to evolve really, really fast and change, and we haven't had much time to process things. And it's probably going to continue like this until, you know, right around Cancer season, and especially when Mars goes retrograde. But this is actually going to be a period where things do kind of slow down, and you're going to start to really examine where you are emotionally. You know, examine what you have manifested up until this point. That's in response to this the emotional card. Interesting enough, we actually have the Three of Swords as the internal support card. Now, this is typically the heartbreak card, and it's one of the harsher cards in the deck. But in the terms of this reading, what I see this as is really you being guided by your higher self through this ego death, because that's what's happening. This is an ego death, and we have been trying to hold on to this old aspect of ourselves. I also see this as us learning how to love ourselves fully. We suffer heartbreak not just from other people, but from ourselves. So this internal support is actually that our broken heart is going to be mended. All of the broken heart that we felt that we've given ourselves, broken expectations, broken promises to ourselves. This is actually going to be a lesson in forgiveness this week. External support, we actually have the Six of Wands. There's a line here, so I kind of almost liken this to the card of courage. But the Six of Wands means that in some way you are going to be arriving, you're going to be celebrated, and you're really going to be achieving some level of success and even recognition this week from somebody. And really, you want to give this to yourself first. You definitely want to acknowledge just how far you have come, because you really have come far. Like, if you made it to this moment, I mean, first of all, you're alive. If you're watching this, you're breathing. Everything, I mean, things are working out. Your cells are working out and stuff. Like, you're here. You arrived. You're in this moment, so celebrate. It's actually a good time to really appreciate all that you have. And you have come so far. You are far more successful than you even realize. You are going through these changes. You are going through this metamorphic, manifestation period right now. And it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're just a server at a regular restaurant or if you are a rock star. Like, you are successful. For what we're kind of relaxing into this week is actually going to be the Temperance card in reverse. And this is actually kind of interesting because in my weekly video, I said that this was a lesson in Alchemy 2.0, and I really think that's what this is. The Temperance card in reverse means that you might pick one side more than the other, but also that you're going to be learning more how to integrate these aspects, how to integrate this transformation. It shows this lady who's bathing in the water, and she has these butterflies around her, right? And then there's this other person who's looking on, and she's blissfully ignorant that he's there. When this is reversed, she actually might be aware that he's there, and she might pause, or she might even halt her transformation or progress because people are looking at her. So people are definitely going to be looking at you this week, and you are going to start to get recognition. But are you going to allow these onlookers, are you going to allow these people who are apparently watching you to prevent you from using this transformation, from alchemizing, to take the dark and embrace it, take the light and embrace it, and then come together like that yin and yang and just really feel centered? Are you going to allow the people to really kind of onlook? Are you going to be projecting this idea that they're just critiquing you? Maybe they're just looking. Maybe they're just looking. Maybe they don't care as much as we like to think. So this is definitely going to be a lesson in alchemy. That's why I feel like that card is reversed. And the final card, the resolution of all this, is actually the Ten of Wands, or the Ten of Bones upright. This is interesting because this is speaking to us being overworked and almost like a burden, that we have to let things go. And I think that by the end of this week, coming into next week, since this is a Wednesday to Tuesday reading, we're definitely going to be feeling this need to relinquish some aspect of ourselves so we can really move forward. I think it's interesting, though, how they have this man and he has this lion kind of jumping at him. And he appears to be welcoming it with open arms. And we can't really tell if the lion is really happy to see him or if the lion is trying to attack him. We really can't tell. But from what it seems like, he's just kind of allowing this experience to happen. He's just allowing it. So maybe we have to allow this aspect of ourselves to fall away. We have to allow the heaviness and the burdens to really just fall away, because that's really what's going to propel us through this week. This is a very interesting Soar reading because I feel like it's kind of back and forth almost. It's like we have to stand our ground, and we come into this emotional cleansing and this emotional renewal, but we're afraid of the emotional renewal. Then we're having to examine where we are in life and what we're manifesting. then we have to work on our internal heartbreak that we have given ourselves and broken expectations. And then upon working on that aspect and really forgiving ourselves, we kind of realize how successful we are and how far we've come. But then we have to learn this lesson in alchemy. We have to learn this lesson of temperance, patience, that transformation, and how to balance these two sides. And then we realize by the end of it that there is going to be some type of let go. There is going to be some sort of burden that is lifted. And when this burden lifts, that we're actually going to have the lightness to be able to travel and to go on this voyage and to embark on this journey to through this new earth with the new you. That is your SOAR Tarot reading for this week. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link in the description below to theAquarianAdepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often.